Welcome to our show, Defense Briefing. I'm your host, Liang Jun. Today, we have some significant updates that you won't want to miss. First off, the Biden administration has stepped in to safeguard 3 million acres in Alaska's North Slope from oil drilling, creating legal hurdles for future fossil fuel access. This move is aimed at protecting vital wildlife habitats and responding to community feedback about ecological importance. In other news, the situation in Gaza remains tense, as residents cautiously await the implementation of a ceasefire while experiencing renewed bombings. Despite the hope that the ceasefire brings it, many still grapple with the emotional toll of the conflict, highlighting the urgent need for healing and stability in the region. Lastly, Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir is making headlines by threatening to resign if a ceasefire deal in Gaza is approved, voicing his strong opposition to the agreement. This adds another layer of complexity to the already fraught political landscape in Israel. Please stay tuned for more in-depth coverage on these stories and why times the Biden administration has taken decisive action to protect 3 million acres in Alaska's North Slope, a region rich in biodiversity and oil reserves. As President-elect Trump prepares to take office, the new policy aims to create legal barriers against oil drilling in this ecologically sensitive area, which serves as a crucial habitat for wildlife including migratory birds, caribou, and polar bears. Lord Daniel Davis from the Interior Department emphasized the need for the Bureau of Land Management to assess the impact of drilling on subsistence hunting and fishing. The decision to implement these protections came after receiving zero comments from local communities, reflecting a strong desire to safeguard their environment and way of life. Al Jazeera in the Gaza Strip. The announcement of a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has brought a glimmer of hope amidst the ongoing violence. Yet the sound of renewed bombing has left residents in a state of anxiety, with over 4,600 Palestinians reported dead and many more missing. The memories of the devastating conflict linger heavily. Displaced individuals like psychiatrist Nahid Al-Wer and mother Yasmin al-Hilo express mixed emotions, joy at the potential end of bloodshed but deep sorrow for loss of loved ones, as they await the ceasefire's implementation. Concerns about future escalations remain, alongside the psychological scars left by the war, highlighting the urgent need for mental health support in the aftermath of such a trauma. South China Morning Post here. Tensions within the Israeli government are escalating as hardline National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir threatens to resign if the ceasefire deal in Gaza is ratified. He argues that the agreement, which includes the release of Palestinian militants and a withdrawal from key areas, undermines Israel's military achievements and emboldens Hamas. While Ben-Gvir's resignation would not topple Prime Minister Netanyahu's government, it reflects a significant divide among Israeli leaders regarding the handling of the conflict. Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich has echoed similar sentiments, warning against what he perceives as a dangerous capitulation to Hamas, further complicating the political landscape as the cabinet prepares to vote on the ceasefire. The Sydney Morning Herald reports that Donald Trump has appointed Hollywood icons Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and Jon Voight as special envoys to the entertainment industry, aiming to revitalize Hollywood, which he claims has suffered significant business losses over the past 4 years. Trump expressed his desire to restore Hollywood to its former glory, likening it to a new golden age akin to the United States itself. This move is part of his broader strategy of surrounding himself with loyal supporters, evident in his eclectic cabinet choices, which include billionaires and entertainment figures. While some embrace these selections, others criticize them, fearing the emergence of an oligarchy that threatens democracy. Nikkei Asia highlights the recent tensions in the long-standing partnership between China and Pakistan, traditionally seen as an all-weather alliance. The relationship is currently strained due to security concerns for Chinese workers involved in infrastructure projects in Pakistan, particularly following attacks in Balochistan. Pakistani officials have suggested that China may not prioritize the safety of its personnel, which has provoked a strong response from Chinese diplomats. Additionally, disagreements over the future of Gwadar port and military presence have further complicated ties. Despite these issues, some areas of cooperation remain intact, though the potential for a significant geopolitical shift looms if the deterioration continues. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation sheds light on the challenges facing the UK-US nuclear submarine program as revealed by a recent Congressional Budget Office report. The shipbuilding industry is struggling to meet production demands for nuclear-powered submarines, which could hinder the timeline for delivering Virginia-class boats to Australia. The report emphasizes the prioritizations of Columbia-class submarines, making it difficult to increase the production of attack submarines. Critics such as Green Senator David Showbridge argue that this situation reflects a broader unraveling of the UK-US issue. Conversely, Australian officials remain optimistic about progress, asserting that the new submarines will likely possess advanced capabilities, including hypersonic missile technology. Deutsche Welle reports that the Sudanese army has successfully reclaimed the strategic town of Wad Madani from the Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF). This town, serving as the capital of Gaza, a province, is crucially located just south of Khartoum. The RSF leadership has confirmed their loss of control, marking a significant development in the ongoing conflict between the Sudanese army and the RSF, which has been embroiled in violence and power struggles across the nation. CNN highlights the recent diplomatic efforts by the British Prime Minister during his visit to Kyiv, which coincided with heightened tensions and uncertainty surrounding the incoming Trump administration. Starmer's visit aimed to reinforce the UK's commitment to Ukraine amidst a backdrop of a potential shift in US foreign policy. While the UK has emerged as a significant military donor to Ukraine, the newly proposed 100-year partnership agreement, which includes various aspects such as maritime security and tracking stolen grain, falls short of the robust security guarantees Ukraine desperately seeks. Starmer acknowledged the importance of working with allies, particularly the United States, to ensure Ukraine's security in the face of ongoing Russian aggression. The Associated Press paints a grim picture for Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, who are eager to return home following a potential ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas conflict. However, the devastation left behind by relentless Israeli bombardments has turned neighborhoods into desolate ruins, with critical infrastructure in shambles and no clear plan for rebuilding. With the United Nations estimating that 16 of Gaza's structures have been damaged or destroyed, the prospect of reconstruction appears daunting, especially under the existing blockade that limits the movement of goods and humanitarian aid. The complex political landscape, including the absence of a governing authority to oversee rebuilding efforts, raises serious concerns about the future of the region, where many may find themselves permanently displaced in makeshift camps. DW News Africa with Michael Aku. 16 January 2025 reports on the recent inauguration of Mozambique's new president, Daniel Chapo, who faces a staunch opposition eager to impede his governance, raising questions about his ability to lead effectively in a politically charged environment. Meanwhile, in Sudan, the army has successfully captured a significant town from the Rapid Support Forces, potentially marking a pivotal moment in the ongoing conflict that has plagued the nation since 2023. In Nigeria, the debate surrounding herbal remedies intensifies, as many wonder whether these traditional treatments offer genuine alternatives to conventional medicine or merely exploit the vulnerable populations unable to afford standard healthcare solutions. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopsis, thoughtfully curated by the 6DO team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6DO Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6DO team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6DO Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6DO Brief. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6DO Brief by email.